Mindoo South, just like Laborie, are, well, Mindoo South way better than 97. But the myth regarding so-called constituency strongholds has that unenviable reputation of being considered or regarded as, well, boy, these people there blindly going this way and blindly going that way. You have been the rep for Laborie for quite a long time. Is it a case that Laborians are blindly pledging allegiance to the Labour Party? What is your observation? Why do you believe Laborie has stayed with Labour all these years?
The Laborie community has stuck with the Saint Lucia Labour Party over the years because it is responsive to the pressing needs of the people. This is what four-term MP for Laborie, Alva Baptiste's response was when probed on his thoughts as to why residents have voted for the party. Baptiste was interviewed following the swearing-in ceremony for Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre. He says Laborie residents have also taken social developments into their hands.
The only time that any government would respond to the needs of my constituency would be the Saint Lucia Labour Party. When the Saint Lucia Labour Party is in office, they respond. But I think what is fundamental is this. Laborians never believe that their development is something they outsource from any politician. We believe that a politician is just one actor in the drama of development. So whilst they were oppressing us in Laborie, we built our own institutions. We built the Laborie Cooperative Credit Union when they refused to give us students scholarships, and we used to have a difficult time accessing students' loan because a lot of vulnerable homes could not afford the kind of deposits and security that were required by the commercial banks. We built our credit union. It provided students' loan for people to continue to educate themselves, support for healthcare, support for infrastructural development. So we are a proud people who believe that, listen, our development is our business.
Baptiste has been the parliamentary representative for Laborie since 2006. He argued that the Laborie constituency has remained an SLP stronghold because the social development agenda is aligned with the party. However, the MP made it clear that the residents have no allegiance to party.
And the United Workers' Party has failed to provide any response to our strategic needs. Laborie is a development-sensitive constituency, and the Labour Party, its own orientation, is really for social development. And there is that particular nexus between the people of Laborie and the Labour Party's philosophy and body of principles. So we are not blind supporters of any party. We are realistic, and no doubt we are going to continue to support the Labour Party because only the Labour Party would respond to our needs.
The aviation and air transport expert alleges that Laborie residents have been repressed by other administrations. He sought to back up his assertions with an example.
We had the Laborie market. It was in the 2015-2016 and again 2016-27 estimates. When the United Workers' Party emerged victorious at the polls in 2016, they just removed the Laborie market completely from the estimates. And this was not a project that they had to go and raise funds via bonds. It was being financed from grant funding from the Taiwanese administration. So the market remained in abeyance up until now. There is no doubt in my mind that the new Prime Minister and the new government will proceed with the construction of the Laborie market. There were a number of persons who had contracts to build roads under the CDP. Contracts, they signed the contracts. When the UWP came, they refused to allow those contracts to be processed. And so oppression is the order of the day for the United Workers' Party. The Saint Lucia Labour Party always seek to respond to the legitimate and pressing needs of the people of Laborie.
The Laborie constituency was only regarded as one district in 1974. Prior to that, it was labelled as the Vieux Fort Laborie constituency. Joachim de Plessis, HTS News Force.